Hi everyone. God bless everyone. God bless everyone. Welcome to Marriage Matters. I think it's better than this. God bless everyone. Welcome to Marriage Matters. God bless you. How's everyone doing today? Hi. Did you have a good day? Let me know how your day was, please. Let me know that comment. How was your day? How was your morning? If it's morning in your location. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I give you the glory. Today we're going to be talking about the Government of Marriage. We talk about singles. If you are showing up here for the first time, we're talking about singles, marriage, and relationship. That's what we do every Monday. We help you build your relationship, your marriage, and then get connected to the singles. If you are still available. So if you're coming in, if you're available, type I'm available. If you're hooked up, type I'm hooked up. If you're married, also type married. Did you get tired today? I think we have a powerful live service on my Facebook today. Did anybody watch that today's service on my Facebook?
We put a man on the moon.
And where this, so it doesn't go into copyright.
Yet some parts are still terrible. Girl.
Okay, so talking about the government of marriage. Government of marriage. Marriage actually is a government. But let me do this. When people today be thinking marriage isn't a government, a lot of couples have turned into emotional setup or selfish purpose, but it's a government. Somebody had me that marriage is a government. It's the same way you have institutions. In secular institution, where you have the government of America, government of New York, the government of California, different governments, different countries with different governments. Now, every marriage is a government, and there are things that govern the marriage. We're going to be looking at today. If you're single, it's going to prepare you ahead of time for what you're going into. So let's go. Marriage is a government. Are you there or go home? Thank you, Holy Ghost. Okay, let me just see. Now, it's only God who established the marriage. It's a government established by God from the book of Genesis and governed by the laws, protected by purpose, and sustained by principles. And any government that that actually violates the principle or the laws is liable to collapse. It is the same way every government in a state. If you violate those involved, the masses, if you violate the government laws, and it's liable to collapse. The government of in a politics, let's say for example, politics is a government. The politics, there are laws and rules that govern the politics in any group or in any state. And there are laws approach to that. When a law is violated, it's liable to crash. The same way, laws are bound with the government of marriage. God actually designed the marriage to be maintained by alignment and purposes. And that's why you see in the book of Amos 3:3. It says, actually that book of Amos 3:3 is a quote of alignment and purpose. It says, can two work together except they agree? There's not going to be agreement if there is no work, it's not going to be achieved if there is no agreement. So there has to be agreement to have the achievement of that marriage. Can two work together except they agree? No, it's a question. So can every government achieve their purpose and alignment without agreement? The answer is no. So there has to be agreement for the government to be established and to be run, not just run, to be maintained. And that's why you see some marriages are crashing today, because the government is not maintained. It's not governed by the laws, principles. God actually designed marriage to be maintained. Yeah. God bless you. How are you? God actually did to be maintained by alignment and purpose. That's the way God designed the marriage. I mentioned a scripture that I needed to help me type it. Amos 3:3. Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Two cannot work together except they aligned. A lot of couples think that marriage is actually love that sustains marriage. No, love doesn't really keep marriage. What keeps marriage is the purpose and alignment. What is the purpose of your marriage? Yeah. God bless you, Natasha. It's still afternoon in AZ, right? What time is in AZ right now? I can understand the time is different from here. Yeah. Love doesn't really keep marriage. Can you help type it out just as the usual way we do it? As usual, okay. Have you ever looked at the Bible in the book of Hosea? We're not reading it, but I just want to use it to paraphrase. Hosea 4 verse 6. He said, my people are perished for lack of knowledge. A lot of people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Okay, that's cool. It's evening here. A lot of marriages are destroyed, crashed, collapsed for lack of purposes. Lack of purposes and alignment. This actually is one of the things making marriages to collapse today. Are you flowing? Just keep flowing as usual, please. Keep it on. Keep the flow on the comments. Thank you. God bless you. Somebody help me type purpose, alignment, purpose and alignment. Those two things are what sustain marriage in a government. In a government, you don't have to say this is love. There's nothing like love sustaining a government. The government of Arizona, right? Natasha, there's an Arizona government. Are you going to say that love is what is sustaining the government of Arizona? Does that? It doesn't make sense. So if you understand marriage as a government, you know that love doesn't really sustain it. Love is just um an entrance to marriage. Though it's not a maintenance to marriage. And that's why when God wanted to create marriage in Genesis, he said, be fruitful, multiply, have dominion. Now, look at the word dominion. God never mentioned love in that when he was creating marriage. Somebody help me that dominion. Now, I'm not saying that love is outside marriage. Is no, love is there, but it doesn't maintain the marriage. If you have purpose of getting married, if there is a purpose of getting married, then and look at that purpose when anything happens, the purpose will sustain the marriage. Purpose will always sustain that marriage. As long as you get married with a purpose, good purpose. Dominion that God is talking about. Hey, chatter, how are you? The dominion God is talking about is centralized under the words alignment and purpose. It's under the alignment and purpose. Yeah. Yeah, you know why? Because when love vanishes, that sometimes love can vanish in marriage. But what can sustain that marriage is purpose. I need somebody to just help me type it out. Type it out like I'm saying it, please. And that's how gonna make me understand you're actually getting it. Don't forget, as usual. Yeah. And there's also a phrase that people says, "Oh, I'm falling out of love," or "you're falling in love." It's like, anyway, it's a general word everybody uses. But in couples, in marriage, couples do not really fall out of love. What you fall out of is out of principle, responsibilities, discipline, purpose, and alignment. Purpose and alignment, these are the things that couples are falling out of. What is actually purpose? What is alignment? Alignment is when things are happening awkward in your marriage, you don't go blaming the other person. You don't go complaining. Yeah, you may blame the other party as the one who is probably doing something error. Yeah, you can blame, but you don't go complaining. What can you do? You don't go reporting to your partner in different, like on social medias or other places. What can you do? Sit back to yourself and ask yourself question: what are the things I'm doing that are not in line? Go back to your purpose and alignment of what we aren't doing wrong, right. There are wrong things we've been doing that is causing that marriage not to be governed accordingly. They're supposed to be, that marriage is supposed to be running like on a good platform. Are you getting what I'm saying? Just like government running a good platform, when the laws are bound and purpose is maintained. So in marriage, when purpose every couple has fallen out of purpose, discipline, and responsibility, the love will deviate. There's gonna be a kind of deviation of love or absence of love. But if you keep applying applying responsibilities and purposes, alignments, discipline, you find out that the love is going to be reinforced again. Reinforcement of that love will come back. It's just going to fall in place automatically. That quote is actually, it's not, okay, I'll give you 80% of that quote. Wife submit to husband, and husband love God, love your wife. That's how this last scripture wrote it. It said, husband, love your wife. And also submit to God, yes? But a lot of husbands are not submitting to God. They are submitting to strangers outside their wife. They are not submitting to God. They are not loving their wife. They are loving the strangers and also submitting to strangers out there. And when you do that, you are actually falling out of purpose and discipline in your marriage. When you fall out of it, then the marriage is going to be on a circle of collapsing. Nothing is going to sustain it. Responsibilities. If you look at the states, every state, Jojo, can you remind me your state again? Submit to God and His law will show through you. Yeah. If you can't submit to God, you can't have the love of. The love is not going to be there because God is the embodiment of love. So you're not going to have that love, practical love. I'm talking about practical and not the one people say, I love you just by mouth. Now, love is not, it's not all about saying I love you by mouth. It's about practical. The proof of love. There are many proofs of love. Your actions prove that you truly love. But we're not talking about love right now. Yeah. What I'm saying is this: love cannot determine the sustenance of your marriage. What can determine the sustenance is when you're disciplined. You know why? If you're indisciplined as a man or as a wife, if any of you is indisciplined in your attitude, the love you have for each other is drastically going to change. It's not going to be there. Because love is like fragile, that anything that happens can easily affect it. Others are just watching Chacha to keep time. What about others right now? Don't watch him to do it alone. Let's just flow everybody as usual, please. Yeah, great word today. I have gotten get back. Oh, okay. You walk in. Now, there must be responsibilities in the states, in the government. Look at, if every government of a state have their responsibilities, they got their goals. The rules are there. They apply their rules. So in marriage, you must apply the purpose. You must apply responsibilities that govern your marriage. When the responsibilities are falling out, then it's affecting the marriage. And that's why you see, probably you are getting caring from your spouse. Let's say, for example, you are having a getting care from your wife before, and you don't see that care anymore. It's because the responsibility and the purpose of that marriage is falling out. Have fallen out. You're not playing your responsibility in that marriage. You're not exhibiting your purpose in that marriage. And this self-discipline is no longer there. There's an indiscipline going on. Somebody help me type indiscipline. So fall back and align things. When you want that marriage government to stand strong, solid, go back and align it. That'll be alignment. The things that are not supposed to be, fix it. Can somebody have a time fix it? Fix things that are not normal. There are things that are not normal going on in your marriage that has to be fixed. Until they are fixed, the marriage can't come back to normal. The government of that marriage is shaking. It's not being ruled. It's not being operating. It's not operating very well. It's faulty. The foundation is faulty. And remember, Psalm 11 verse 1, it says, if the foundation is faulty, what can you do? When the foundation of your marriage is faulty, then the marriage is about to collapse. It's about to collapse. If you do not want that marriage to collapse, to you, if you are single, you may be saying this is for marriage people know. you also to prepare that if I eventually get into this marriage, am I going to be governed by the laws, protective purpose, and sustained by principles? Or am I just going to let it be on personal experiences? Marriage is not all about personal experiences. It ought to be joint experience. Hear me type joint experience, not personal experience. If you're having a personal experience in your marriage, it shows that you're not operating under the government of that marriage is not it's not functioning anyway. It's kind of false, it's malfunctioning. So it has to be functioning well. How can it function well? Is two of you having a mutual agreement, mutual agreement and unity to run it. It's the same way one person can run a government, one person can never run a state. There could be a government, one government in a state, but there must be others that are joining together to run that state. That one government cannot run it. If only one person is running that state, the state is not going to function well. There's going to be, lapses in that state. The same way in your marriage, if the marriage is not functioning well, there are lapses. Before you get into marriage, if you're single listening, watching this, think and prepare your mindset, how you're going to govern join together with your husband or with your spouse, your wife, your husband, to run that marriage. It's going to be a joint leadership, not a single leadership. Somebody help me type joint leadership, not single leadership. Some single leadership, and alignment also. Single leadership of marriages. Look at some marriages that are crashing today is because of single leadership. One person is busy running it. The other person is busy running the outside affairs. One of the things, in fact, 80% of reasons why marriages are crashing because of lack of joint leadership. Yeah. Lack of joint leadership could make that marriage crash. Fix things. There has to be order. Okay, we're getting there. Marriage are not governed by emotions, actually. It's by responsibilities. Okay, somebody help me type it out. Natasha, are you there or gone home? It's by what? Because some couples feel that marriage is governed by emotions, no? Emotions are for reactions. Government is for responsibilities. So when you have the mindset that your marriage is governed by emotion, that's why you're going to be having reactions. Every little thing that happens, you react to it. And some couples are not just reacting to it indoor or within. They react to it outside their marriage. They put up a reaction. And if you're a couple that always put up a reaction after your marriage, emotionally, and then you know that you're not supposed to be a couple, you're not supposed to be in marriage yet. Because marriage isn't for babies. When I say babies, it's not for young people, those who are not mature. You must be mature in your memory. Your mindset has to be mature. There must be maturity in your attitudes to handle conflicts, to run that government that you're into. If you know that your marriage is a government, is an institution, there must be responsibility. Maturity. Can you imagine giving anybody, making anybody who is a baby, a kid, a government of a state? Has that happened before? Has anybody seen that happen? Has anybody seen that happen before? That probably a girl of 15 years old is elected to be in government, or a state government, a leader in a state, the governor of a state. Have you ever seen that happen? I'm asking, anybody seen that happen before? You can't make a young girl, a young boy, a governor of a state. It is impossible, because they're not going to govern it well. It's going to be rules. Same applies to you as a guy or as a wife or someone who is intending to get married tomorrow. Allow your memory to be mature. Grow up in your memory. Grow. Your memory has to grow, because if you don't allow your brain to grow up, it's gonna affect your marriage if you get into that marriage, because you're gonna govern that marriage with a low mentality, childish mentality. Childish mentality is what makes you to react, to shift your reaction in public. Reaction of whatever that happens in your marriage, you shift it to public. And when you shift it to public is going to help you to also crash it, because some of them are going to give you reasons, give you more advices to crash the marriage too. Do not shift. Do not shift your reaction to public. If anything happens in your marriage, what can you do is, one of the things is, ask yourself, are you applying your responsibilities? Darling, how are you? Are you applying responsibilities? Darling, before your husband passed on, was he applying responsibilities in your marriage? I'm asking you, darling. Apply responsibility. So if actually responsibility isn't there, you're not applying responsibilities, that's the cause of that conflict in marriage. That's the cause of the love of coldness in that marriage, or love reduction, love scarcity in that marriage. That's the cause of things that you think. What? Oh, he wasn't. What was he doing? What was he doing? Were you also playing your own responsibilities? So it's not about emotions. You know what I mean by emotions? Marriage is not governed by emotions. Nah, there are laws in that marriage. Emotion I'm talking about is, if something happened right now, let's say, for example, okay, you are supposed to do something and you're not doing it, or self-employed. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm talking about in marriage. You're married. Was he applying responsibility? Was he playing his responsibility in your marriage? Was he actually playing responsibilities? If anything, I was trying to say, if anything happened, right? For example, and you didn't play your responsibility of a certain thing, and then you're expecting your partner to play her role on you, or to add joy to your life. Just like my name is Joy right now, but I'm not saying adding me to you. I'm just saying happiness, in other words. You must play your responsibility in that marriage before you expect happiness. If there's no happiness, or you feel, oh, things are going shabby, things are going the way that I don't really expect it, or I don't want it to go. It's not about you asking yourself, what am I doing? That things are going shabbily, that this marriage is not enjoyable. The marriage or my partner isn't doing what she used to do or what he used to do. You must ask yourself that question. If you ask yourself question, you know that a lot of In fact, 90% of reasons are from you not playing your responsibilities. For example, every woman is created to find favor from men. Am I correct? Am I communicating? Yes or no? Women here, if you're women, yeah. Every woman, God made women to find favor from men. Automatic favor. So there are things you could, if you fail to do for your wife, and probably she's been giving you time to repent or change. You're not changing, you're not repenting. What can you do? What are you gonna see in return? Tranquility. Because if you give your wife problem, you get tranquility in return. But whatever you give to every woman, you take it back in return. And that's why if you put a sperm in them, they produce babies. So whatever you sow in them, you get it in return. If you sow problem, sow selfishness, self-centeredness, stinginess, evil reports, disrespect, indiscipline, what are you gonna get? You're not gonna get care anymore. If she used to care for you, do those little things you used to like, you're not gonna get them no more. Why? Because you cease from your responsibilities. You are not portraying your responsibility in that marriage. So you're not gonna get. You can't eat your cake and have it. Has anybody eaten your cake here? Anybody here and you ate your cake and got it back? Has that happened to you before? You ate your cake and then you got it back? It doesn't happen. And every marriage doesn't just work out. There's no marriage today that is standing still. You work it out. Work out your marriage. If you don't work it out, you let it, it's just gonna collapse. Because nothing just happened. You can't just fold your hands and allow the leadership, the states to just happen automatically, or things function in that state that you're the governor to, right? That's how it is. There must be everybody working, doing things. You got a mayor doing his own responsibilities. You got the governor playing his responsibility. You got the secretary playing. Everybody got their responsibility. Am I right? So if nobody is playing their responsibility, nothing is going to work out in that state. If you do not play your responsibility at home as a couple, as a wife, or as a husband, that marriage is not going to work out. It's just on the way to collapse. It's a matter of time. It's just the same way the foundation is not built on a day, right? Have you ever seen a house built on a day? I haven't seen that. And if you have seen it, let me know, please. Anybody here, you've seen a home, a whole house that was built on a day? Darling, have you seen that? Natasha, have you seen? Edward, is anybody here that have seen a house that was built on a day, a whole home? You finish it on a day? I haven't seen. So it's a gradual process. Whatever you're not working on, it's not going to work. You must work. It's the same way you go to work. Some of you who go to work, when you go to work, you're working and things are working out, right? You're playing your roles in your duty. That's how it is in marriage. Every marriage needs work. Work in your home. There are things you need to work. If you can't work them, not gonna work. Marriage isn't gonna work. It's not. So because it's a government that is governed by laws, and purposes, same by principles and align. If you got it in your mindset, then you know that you have to work all hands on a desk, not single experience, joint experience. So joint hands on a desk working it out. Otherwise, it's not gonna work out. Yeah, are you getting it? Okay. Other structure and responsibility. Okay, I've said about responsibility and accountability. Yeah, there has to be orderliness. Every government is governed by orderliness. That's why if you get to in a state, okay, or in a church, even a church, you discover that before you see a pastor, you must fill a form. There are churches you have to fill a form. These are protocol or order. Or if you get into a church, you see some chairs line up. They call these pastors' chairs, choir chairs, and other chairs. Everybody has to be in order. Things has to be falling in order. So there must be orderliness in marriage also for it to be governed effectively. There must be structure too. The same way you got structures, organization structure. Yeah, I knew when I used to be an emerging director of my company. That was Daewoo Motorland, South Korea motor industry. We have what is called organization structure, where you got managing director. Does anybody know? Have you ever worked in an office where you got organization structure? Structure, right? Does anybody have that? Where you have MD, CEO, manager, general manager, admin, administrator, and others. And then you come down, you have got sales representatives, receptionists, and all that. So there must be organization structure that has to be functioning in your marriage. It's called marriage structure. Whatever that got no structure cannot also function effectively. Okay, you haven't been there, it didn't work? Edward, it didn't work in that company, right? Okay, no, that's okay. But there are companies, like myself, for example, we used to have in my company I used to work as the managing director secretary. We have organization structure there. Yeah. So in marriage, there must be a structure in marriage. If you want to see it functioning effectively, there must be structure. Somebody help me type structure. And accountability. Can you help me type out that structure and accountability in your marriage? Why? Because it's a government. There are marriages that are operating without accountability. The husband will just go spend the money. They make money, spend money without accountability to their wives. The wife also make money, spend money without accountability to their husband. It's not a right marriage. It's like a playground. You can call that marriage like roommates anyway. Because roommates are those who actually they do things on their own way. This one do their own. This one does his or own, and the other person does his or own, and they come back and then parent and stuff like that. This is roommate marriage. There's roommate marriage and there is proper marriage. Every proper marriage that is governed by all these that I mentioned must operate by accountability. There must be. Income and expenses must be disclosed by your partner. Your partner must know, how do you spend money? How do you make money? Yeah. Because I have There are couples they're telling you, I know a husband, a man who always complains. He said, "How I work hard." This man, he's always talking about how he works so hard. If you hear him talking about how hard he's working, you think that he actually helps his wife or uses his money for his wife. Unless you are told or the wife tells you, oh, this man doesn't even give me money, or he doesn't even feed me, or doesn't do things on me, you're not going to know because of the way he boasts about working hard. I work so hard. He works so hard and also works so hard in spending the money selfishly. There's no accountability. I'm telling you, see this man working really hard, but then ask him, what does he do with money? This is a married man. What does he do with money? All this work he's been doing, what does he do with money? He's not going to tell you the truth. The truth is, if it's no accountability to your wife doesn't know how you spend the money, then you're spending it in another way. There are many ways you can spend your money. One of the ways is spending it on strange girls, because you can't give your wife money, so strange girls are taking it. Number two, other things, many things, there are many ways of spending money. So this is it's not a marriage. It's just a joking platform. It's a playground. Yeah, and you know what? When if you fail to put up example how you want your marriage to be run, it's not going to be running on that, like, it's not going to be running the way you want it. You must lay down the example. Okay, the house I was building it. Okay, thank you. No problem. I got you. A house cannot be built in a day. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, there has to be a gradual process. If a house isn't built on a day, that's how you see marriage manner. Those marriages that are not operating by or are not governed by these principles, prosperity, purpose, and alignment, purpose and alignment. Those kind of marriages are going to also gradually crash, gradually fall apart. Eventually, yeah, there must be. Thank you. God bless you, Edward. There must be structure and accountability in marriage. So if you're not accountable to your wife, you mustn't expect her to also be accountable to you. Hey, you must lay down the example. It's a leadership by example. Leadership, somebody help me tell leadership by example. How do you want your marriage to operate? Lay down the example. If no example, don't expect it. You're just playing around. I'm thinking that it's all about playing game, no? Marriage is not a game. It's not a game ground. It's either you walk it or you crash it. Sometimes couples might not crash the marriage or like deliberate crashing it on purpose, no? But indirectly, it's crashing. That's how marriage is. It's indirectly, step by step, it's crashing. Why? Because it's not governed well. It's not well governed. There's no structure, no purpose. Probably you may have a purpose, but the purpose is falling apart. Like I said earlier, until you retrieve that purpose again, retrieve your purpose, retrieve responsibility, retrieve discipline. Watch the couples who lack self-discipline. They are those who disrespect their partners. They talk shit. They talk down on their partners because they lack self-discipline, indiscipline. But every marriage, every partner that uses their head. They always protect their marriage, protect their wives. Responsibilities, okay, I want to mention that something in that responsibility right now. Now, it involves provision. Responsibility involves provision. If there's no provision in your marriage, then you are worse than infidel. I've seen a man who always brag about, oh, my wife is eating my food. Oh my God. This man, whenever I hear him say this, I always laugh within me. I don't laugh at that. But I laugh. I say, come on, this is a child. This man hasn't grown. How do you complain that your wife is eating your food? Come on, is your wife your slave? Or is she a stranger? Did you legally marry? If you married legally and this is your wife, how dare you complain that she's eating your food? Is that supposed to be so? You're supposed to be providing for that home. Hey. And then you see your wife providing for herself or even joining to provide for the home. And yet, you said your wife is eating your food. Anyway, a normal man can't complain this. Is a man that has mental deficiency. Okay, I want to break it down. Mental disorder. Your head is not correct. The head isn't correct. It's a mental problem. You know, those with mental problems are those that can say things that are not normal or off point. They can say things that are not in structure. If you know there's a structure in marriage, there's responsibility in marriage, you know that as a man, as a husband, Bible says, first of all, it says you are supposed to provide for your marriage. Provide in home. If you're not providing, you're not a man. Man means responsibility. Can somebody have me tell? Man means responsibility. So if you're busy complaining that your wife is eating your food, you have mental problem. Somebody have me tell, mental problem. You need to consult a psychiatrist doctor to check on you. Because your mental capacity is going so low, abnormal. And it's going low every day. If you leave it, it's just keep going low. It's going to keep going low every day. Keep damaging every day. You know, if you got mental disorder, okay, you have to what? Keep going for medical checkup. Psychiatrist doctor. Consult them at least once in a month to diagnose you, your head, to check on you. It's going to help you. If you don't get checked up, as someone with mental deficiency, it's going to keep affecting your actions, your speeches, and your movements. It's going to affect you because it's not normal. It isn't normal. I'm telling you. So some of you listening to me or watching this right now, you may think it's normal the way I do my things. I'm talking to you if you're a husband right here. You may be thinking, the way I do my things is normal. No. Or if I say my wife is eating my food is normal. No. I'll complain that my wife is eating. Oh my God. This makes me laugh. Darling, are you there? Oh, I'm telling you, it makes me laugh. And I was wondering, say, hey, there's a mental problem that needs to be checked out. This brain is having some reaction like fact. I don't know how to explain this. Okay, disorder. I think that's the right word everybody knows. It's a mental disorder. Go for checkup. Yeah, you gonna go for checkup. Okay, darling, I wanted to say this because I knew you've been old and married before your husband passed on, and at your age, you have experiences. Now, I want to ask this question. If before you're married, before your husband passed on, okay, darling, I'm asking this question right now. Before your husband passed on, and let's say, for example, he was always complaining that you eat his food, right? Oh, come on, daddy, why always eating my food? Come on, stop eating my food or something like that. what can you refer him to, or how can you classify him if he was complaining to you that way? Darling, this question goes to you right now. Please answer me, and we need an answer. If your husband used to come before he died, if he used to complain, darling was always eating my food, darling finish my food. Oh, oh my God. Darling, how do you classify him? Anyway, we got 2 minutes to go. Then I'm still waiting for your answer. But before the answer comes, oh God, help me. I ordered a new eyeglass. Oh God, that glass is coming first. So I just hope it arrive very soon so I can tell this out. The one of the hand of this is broken. You never had a, I know. I know you never had a problem. Yeah, Daddy, I know you never had a problem. I'm saying if it happened to you, how can you, okay, let me not say if it happened to you right now. If you get into another marriage and then it's happening to you, and then your husband will always complain, telling you, oh, you eat my food, you finish my food, you go to maybe his friends to complain that you always eat his food, what can you say? Because this is a case that I'm handling right now. A husband was always complaining to his wife that he's complaining to his friends that his wife is he's finishing. I'm not calling no names. I'm just using a case as a reference. So if you have this man saying this, let's assume you got married, right? Everybody, okay, this question goes to everybody right now. Not only darling, please answer. If you have a husband right now, okay, and you're just saying, complain to his friend that you finish his food at home, okay? He finish his food and stuff like that, and and he doesn't feed you, and then you say you finish his food, and stuff like that. How do you classify that man? He doesn't provide for at home, and sometimes if he provides like 2 months, and then the next day, if that 2 months food finish, sometimes he'll go complain that you finish his food, and he's not going to provide anymore, or something like that, Raja. Just answer me. Nobody's answering me here. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm laughing. Nobody's answering the question. Okay. Oh God. Okay, Darling is answering the question. Darling says, he said, I'll ask him to kindly stop sharing about our meals and go get some free food. Oh, that's a good answer. Oh my God. That's a good answer, darling. Yeah, because he's a poor guy, right? Because it's only a poor husband can complain about food. So, because if he's a poor man and he can't provide for his wife, he complained that the little you provided, and he complained that the wife is finishing, then he should go for free food. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, you got the answer. Let him go for free food, right? Go get some free food at home. Oh my God. You know, let me tell you, before my mom passed on, she used to say, food is something that you could eat and pass it out within an hour. That you must not complain about food. That's why my mom, before she passed on, sometimes she would cook food and gather everybody from their different homes. They'll call people. I mean, she will ask everybody, come and eat. Even if you're passing by, you're hungry, she will ask you, everybody, come and eat food. Because whatever you eat doesn't last. You pass it on. Like you go to the toilet and pass it. Food is nothing. Vanity upon vanity. The man is either oh, you're coming late, Chama. You came late. We're closing now. You're coming late. Look at you. You want to come answer present that you came today. No present for you, Chama. You came late. The man is irresponsible. Oh, oh my God. Thank you. Chama, you got it. Perfect. In fact, that's the right word. Irresponsible. A man who is responsible, a reasonable man, can never complain about food. A man who is mature in brain, right, can never complain about food. It's only babies. You know, babies, when babies got food, right, they wouldn't want to give to you. And if you eat their food, they will start crying. Oh, mommy, Ben has finished my food. Oh, they will cry. Babies cry because they are babies, right? This is how a husband, if your husband watching this and always complain that your wife is finishing your food, you're just a baby. Hey, come on. A kid that you're gonna grow. It doesn't matter your age. Age is just a number. It doesn't determine your maturity. You may be old in age, but baby in your memory. Hey, when are you gonna grow? There are a lot of things contribute to this, that your brain is still a baby. Number one. That's number two. Number two, you got mental problem. Your brain doesn't think well. I want to feed a lot of people. This has been my irresponsible. Yeah. My prayer every day. Come on, I keep telling God, I say, God, the kind of blessing I want from you isn't for my selfish purpose. I want to help a lot of people. I want to feed nations. I want to cook and ask people, okay, come and eat, just like my mom used to do. I haven't done it before, but I want to do it. I really ask God to help me do it. That's how sometimes you see me on Facebook, you're on Facebook on festive season, like December, I give like food to most active followers. If I send it as a cash, but that's actually Christmas food. So in person, I pray to God every day to help me start doing this, to bless me to feed people. I want to call people on the streets, call everybody, come eat. If you're hungry, eat. Food is vanity upon vanity. Somebody help me tell vanity upon vanity. So if you're a husband who complain about food, go, like I'm talking about, complain about your wife finishing your food, eating your food. Please take my advice. Go for medical checkup by psychiatrist doctor. Your brain needs some checkup. Yeah. And I need to grow too. You haven't grown. So I want to end there right now. Thank you so much for your answer. He might be having. Oh, thank all my people. I love you. Yeah, that's correct. It's not even mind. It's actually having mental illness. It's just the truth, simple truth. You can't change truth. The truth is having mental illness. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of it. So I appreciate you. Edwards, God is gonna break the circle. Anyway, I don't want to go into it, but next Monday, I promise us we're gonna have prayer, and we're gonna be praying for singles, marriage, and relationship next Monday. You don't miss it, Edward. I'm gonna pray for you. God is giving me a word for you, but because of our time is fast spent, I'm gonna, clock out. For the prayer time, I'm not gonna clock out until every prayer, everyone is spoken to, and every prayer is met when it comes to prayer day. And that's gonna be Monday. We don't teach that. We're not gonna teach. That is just 3D prayers for singles, marriage, and relationship. You don't want to miss it. If you can fast, Edward, can you be on fast? If you can fast, to fast. And when you're coming, get ready also. If you can, if you can come up on video, yeah, I'm gonna be sharing link here, stream here link. Dress very well. I need people to show up on video. I want to pray for people on video. I don't know. There's something that drops off when you pray for people on video. It's like a fast answer, a fast connection, fast. There's a quick connection that dropped off, that connects to praying for you in person. Yeah. Prayer without seeing you still was. It was, but I'm telling you, sometimes in seeing you one-on-one or your video prayer worked fast. I'm telling you, that things that can be unveiled when I see, most especially when I see people, when I see you, Holy Spirit reveal more things to you, more things about you to me. That when I'm looking at you, because the gift of the discernment is there, and then plus prophetic man. So they operate when I see you. They show up more. So prepare very well if you want to dress very well, so that I'm gonna be sharing.
No battery.
I'm gonna be sharing link. Those who want to show up on video. Yeah. Yeah, it's a baby man. Oh my God, I love you guys. You all did well. You answered correctly. Baby man, just a baby man. So everybody, if you're watching here, please, I need you to get this out. Can you share this out? Because I didn't see nobody sharing it. Share it out on your Facebook.
No battery.
Oh, stop. Come on. Put it on on your Facebook, your messenger. I need you to get it out, please. Share it out. God bless you as you obey. The blessings of obedience be your portion. Now, conference. Our fire conference is still on July 26th to 27th. And if you haven't registered, you could register. I think I posted a video. I don't know what happened to that video. I'll look at it again. But the flyer is down there on our community. You could register and prepare to be there. Do not miss it. God is waiting for you there to do it for you. As long as you avail yourself, He's waiting for availability. Yeah, to do it for you. As long as you believe also with faith. I want to appreciate everyone who showed up today, and those who have been showing up, God bless you. Keep it up. I want to sign. If you haven't liked this, hit the like button, please. Hit the like button of this. This is Marriage Matters. Everybody, if you're here for the first time, Marriage Matters. We'll talk about singles, marriage, and relationship every Monday. But next week, Monday, is going to be prayers, prophetic. So invite someone. Do not come alone. 5 p.m. EST. Yeah, and I post things on community too, community prayers. Those prayers also was those who receive them, they work. God bless you. Clocking out right now. See you live again next Monday. The Lord be with you.